All right, guys. Connor Ferguson here, night 2 of the 64th Knoxville Nationals. I'm with Justin Henderson, a guy who's been really speedy here, really quick, really cerebral when it comes to passing and lap traffic, especially when your car's really good. But you haven't been here in a long time. You've been out here a ton this year at all. What is it? One start? Am I right on that?
Yeah, that's right. Just one start. We came in May with our own stuff here, and we ran 8th. But I mean, we had a good night. We performed pretty well. The finish didn't really reflect that. So I mean, I think that's going to be more of the same that we did last time, and just fine tune off that a little bit. We should be there. I mean, I've got so many laps here. There's no way that should not affect me.
He's taking notes for me. I just told him that, so I'm glad someone's listening to me, because most people don't. What is it? What kept you away this year? Was it Maximus? Was it his sports?
Yeah, it was. I mean, and honestly, I didn't want to race as much. You know, just kind of, I like having long breaks away from the racetrack and coming back fresh, and honestly do better that way. And I've never really had that opportunity. You know, because when you're racing for somebody else, you got to run every race they want to race. Even if it looks like rain and you got to drive 800 and some miles, you're going to be driving every freaking mile to the thing, you know, that sort of deal. And owning my own car, I've gotten away from any of that kind of stuff. I mean, if it even looks like rain, I'm like, nah, we're not, you know, we ain't going. And I can race my son. And Maximus has been racing a lot this year, and he got his first win a few weeks back, and he's really itching to have t-shirts made already, and we got a design and stuff for him, so that's a lot of fun for him. But he's already in the take it or leave it, or he's still in the take it or leave it phase. He's not like hopelessly addicted like I am. So it's, you know, hey Maximus, do you want to go race, or do you want to go to that birthday party? I'll go to the birthday party. Like, I never would have ever answered that way when I was a kid. I always wanted to race, but it's a mindset thing. And you know, not all kids, you know, the exceptional kids are probably the way that I was back then, even though I wasn't exceptional. But the rest of the world, the rest of the kids, there's so many things to do nowadays, like Fortnite, YouTube, that kind of crap. And then he's outside playing all day, every day, swimming in pools all over the neighborhood, and, you know, comes
good
back.
Save there with the kids too far online, and you're like, no, he is outside.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's a lot of time outside for sure. But it's just, you know, take it or leave it for us this year. We're not going to get super excited about anything.
Is that that trend you were talking about, where you take a break and you come back and it almost feels like you get better that way? Was that ever frustrating to you when you were racing for other people?
Yeah, and you'd see somebody else that hadn't raced all year kick your butt. Yeah, that's definitely frustrating. And I mean, part of it is too, when you race all the time, you kind of get stuck in a box setup wise, or I do, because I'm my own crew chief and I'm not a good crew chief. So it's really easy for me to stick myself in a box and say, oh, this was comfortable, we're going to keep working this. But when you come back, far and few between, you have a really long time to think about the last time you raced there and things that you might do to be different, and talk to a couple of people that you trust, and make some changes and come back and try it. You know, make one change and come back and try it. And it's okay if it doesn't go well. My self-worth isn't based on my finishes anymore.
Yeah, and how many Knoxville Nationals A-mains have you made? Do you know off the top of your head?
It might be 5.
Plenty of experience.
Yeah.
What does it take for you to get there tonight? Obviously, you don't want to talk about tomorrow until you have to, but what's it going to take tonight, starting in going out for qualifying about 20 from the back, maybe 15?
Well, I mean, I like their format here, and it's been the same for a long time, but there's other crown jewels that put way too much weight on the heat race and not very many points on qualifying, but their mix of points here allow things to even out a little bit. And so, like, even if you don't qualify at the top of the board and you go like 12th or 15th, but you go forward in your heat race and maybe win it or run second, and then you're starting in the front of the feature and finish in the front of the feature, you can still lock yourself in. So it's not like you have to be quick time or top 4 in qualies. You can still make it happen. Yeah,
I like that they don't spin a wheel just to see if you could maybe go slower in qualifying on purpose and get a better starting spot. It really helps make the entire weekend actually feel worthwhile, especially the hours we watch cars qualify to set themselves up for the A-main. I had to take my shot at.
Yeah, you'd have to be very brave to sandbag in my pit. We can sandbag without sandbagging, you know, so you'd have to be very brave to sandbag. And I really think the only way to do it consistently is just add weight to your car in the tail tank. You know, put extra fuel in there, and you can knock a couple tenths off. But then what happens if you don't cut 2 perfect laps, and now all of a sudden you're starting like Chase Randall last night was starting last row of his heat race, and you're going, man, how does that happen? He's so fast. But it's the nationals. I mean, any little thing can happen in qualifying on both laps, and then all of a sudden you screwed off 3/10 on 2 laps in a row, and you're looking at the back of the heat race instead of the front of the heat race. So,
what do you make of last night too? With I think we only had 2 or 3 guys out of row 4 transfer. I think it was only 2.
Yeah.
I could be screwing the numbers up in my head, but
Tim's and
Axum
Axum.
did Axum go from 4?
He went from 6th.
Okay, so I think it was 2.
And Tim's, yep. That's right.
How difficult is it to pass cars here in those heat races? And obviously that past experience is going to help you there too.
I mean, I've had years here where it was easy to pass cars in the heat race, and then I've had years here where it was hard to pass anybody. Like, you come up on a car thinking, I'm going to blow this guy's doors off, and next thing you know, you're stuck going his speed, and you can't get your speed back up, and the next guy behind you is chomping at the bit, and you're in big trouble. So it really, if you can keep your speed up, whatever that takes for you, that's going to be the determining factor in your heat race. But as soon as you get your speed knocked off, it takes forever to get it back, because it's not just, okay, get your speed back up. It's the next guy dive bombing you and the next guy cutting you off, and it goes sideways in a hurry.
It's awesome insight every time we talk to Justin Henderson. That's why we get him on here so often, and maybe we'll have beers later. We'll see how you do.
Yeah, we'll see. If I have to race tomorrow, probably not. But when we lock her in tonight, I'll definitely have a beer with you.
It was definitely implying that you would lock in today, made for that video. But if you want to do infield beers because you're going to Friday, we can definitely make that happen too. So this has been Always Race Day. We'll be around all night. Thanks for tuning in, guys.